Hey, so in today's video, I'd like to talk to you about how you should stop thinking and just act. Now, I'm not going to tell you to be stupid. I'm not going to tell you to never think anything through and just purely keep on acting without any thought. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm telling you to more or less act before you think too much. So what do I mean? What do I mean by think too much? Because how can you do that? What is it? So let's take, for example, a big choice in your life that really made you think about all the possible outcomes and all the possible this, and this. Everything. How much time did you spend thinking? How many things did you think about? Because it's natural. If you have a big decision or big event or just a big anything, you're going to think, and you're going to think about what could go wrong. You're going to think about what could go right as well, but most people think about what's going to go wrong more than what's going to go right. And then you're going to think about all the things that you should do and you could do and how you could prevent this and how you could fall into that and all these different things. You're going to carefully plan it out. That's natural. Most people do this, if not everybody. We all think it. We all consider the many, many possibilities. But think about that big thing that I told you to think about. How long did you spend considering all the options and carefully plotting this perfect plan to get you the perfect results for that thing? How long? For a lot of people, they might have went so long with this thought that they never even went after it in the first place. Whatever their goal might have been, whatever that big thing was, they could have thought about that for so long, or maybe even still, that they just aren't getting after it, that they just aren't doing it. And then others will say, I thought about it for days and weeks. This is the inappropriate stuff. The people who will think about it for days or weeks, which is all of us. I'm not going to say that I don't, because I still do to a degree. I'm still learning how to manage this properly. So don't take my word like I'm some prophet who figured it out. But I'm figuring it out, is the difference. So for all of us, when we think about it for days and for weeks and we never get after it, this is what I'm talking about. This is inappropriate. This is too much. That is too much thinking. The appropriate amount of thinking that we want is you're going to think about this maybe for a few hours, maybe a day, maybe a couple days. It could be longer, don't get me wrong. There are things that will come that are so big that maybe you will have to think about them for weeks. But I'm talking about like you want to learn something or you want to go do something or you want to start on this goal that you've had this dream about, and all you do is sulk around thinking. Let's take, for example, YouTube, what I did here. What could have gone wrong with this? I could have thought about all the negative stuff. And I could have thought about all the positive stuff. But still, that'd be thinking. That'd be wasting time in a way. And then I could have also thought about this careful plan. I could have calculated this perfect way to execute it so that I could gain results and all this. Like it's stupid. Things won't always go as planned. So we shouldn't try to make an intricate plan. We should get a rough one. But we shouldn't think about intricate plans. Anyway, the point is, I could have thought about all that stuff, and it would have delayed me for so long. I could have thought about it for weeks. I could have researched for weeks and months on end. What's the perfect way to get this out of a YouTube video? Views, subscribers, likes. What is the perfect method, or what is the perfect topic? How do you know what trends? How do you know what's good? I could have gone for weeks looking into all that stuff, carefully deciding, like, what's my plan going to be? Oh, I'm going to make a video on this here, and it's going to be this long, and it's going to have this thumbnail. I'm going to edit it like this. And then I could have also thought about all the bad stuff that would have come, and the good stuff too, but naturally we're gonna talk about the bad stuff because humans mostly think about bad before good. I could have thought, what about the hate? And what about if this never goes anywhere? I'm not going to get that many views, not going to get that many likes for a while. What's the point even? I could have just spiraled in all this. I could have just kept on digging my own hole. Horribly, just digging my own hole. For weeks. For weeks. What I should do instead, which I'm thankful I did do, is I weighed the options and the outcomes really roughly, really like quickly. Right off the bat, what are the bad things that could happen? I could get hate. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe it'll never go anywhere, but I'll still help people. So like that's kind of like a half of a bad thing, I guess you'd say. And what else? Won't get many views. That's still half of a bad thing. In reality, we only really have 2 bad things. Like right off the bat, like quick. Not much at all. I can deal with hate. I know it's going to go somewhere because my goal is just to help some people at least, so it's not even that bad. And I know that I'm going to get enough views to do what I need to do and enough subscribers to do what I need to do. There's not much that's bad about this. And what's good? Well, I get this fulfilling thing that I get to do, and all it takes is a little chunk out of my day. I don't really have to edit it or anything. I can make the videos I want to make. There's not much bad here. It's mostly good stuff, right? So, just like that, in the span of a little bit, I just, in like a minute or two, I just thought up all that could go wrong and all that could go right. I mean, there's more. Don't get me wrong. There is more. We could think about this for a little bit, but if the worst thing that could happen is you get a little hate and you lose 15 minutes of your day, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you waiting? If the best thing that could happen is you could help people and you could get after this purpose that you'll have, this fulfilling goal, and all you got to deal with is losing 15 minutes in the day, or not even, then honestly, why do you need to think about it anymore? You shouldn't try to make a careful plan. You can make a rough plan, right? We're going to make this video. We're going to do this thing. We're going to do this and this and this. But we're not going to do all the intricate little things like, is this video even gonna trend? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Instead, I just say, here's the good, here's the bad. There's not much bad, and the good is good. So let's just give it a try. And so we make a video, and go back to my first video. That started it. It didn't really help anyone, but it was just a stepping stone, I guess you'd say. And all it took was just a recording with no editing. None of these have been edited, really. And it was shitty, but it was quick. We got it. Boom, boom, boom. It was done. We didn't need to think about it much more. We just needed to act. But come back to what I'd said when we think about it for weeks and for months. Imagine if we did that for weeks and months. We thought about it. And we got all negative about it, or we got too intricate. We would eventually make this goal in this reality where I have to make videos in this strategic format, and I need to make it like it's going to be this, and it's going to have to trend, and it's going to have to be this, and this. And eventually I'd look at that goal and I'd say, how can I even do that? And then I'd give up. Or I could look at the negative things and I could keep spiraling and I'd be like, it's never even going to go anywhere. Maybe it'll never do anything. Give up. Never get after it. That is why this is toxic. That is why you should not think too much. You should think, but don't think too much. Because what comes of it is nothing good. You think only about the bad things. You think only too much about this intricate plan you'll make, and then you give up. In the end, you'll give up and you'll ignore it and you'll postpone it. You'll procrastinate. Nothing good comes of it. Just act. I want you to weigh the goal or weigh the outcomes, weigh how bad and how good, see what the worst is. If the worst is gonna be bad, don't Don't be stupid. I'm not telling you like if it will kill you, but you could also gain this other really good thing. Maybe don't just think about it for 2 seconds and then go in, because you could die. So don't be stupid. But don't think about it too much to the point where you'll never take that risk, or you'll never go after that goal, or you'll never do that thing. Or you'll just do a half-assed version of it even. Just act. Start small. Start with like a shitty YouTube video like I made. A little low quality thing. Start small, find your footing, and then go from there. Thinking too much brings nothing. I made a video like this. It was on becoming an actionable man, or woman for that matter, but it's just the saying, I guess you'd say. So, becoming an actionable man, that video, it talks about this as well, but I wanted to emphasize more as to what too much thinking is and why you should just act. So I'd also recommend you go watch that video, because it talks about what happens, like what people are if they're unactionable, why you shouldn't be an unactionable person, and then why you should be an actionable person. This is more about how, in a way. So, they're kind of like a paired two. I recommend you watch the couple if you want to. But take some action. Start small. Start small with something that you can manage, something bite-sized, and don't think too much. Think enough. Remember what I said. You weigh the options, you weigh the things, take an appropriate amount of time, but don't think about it and too much, and don't think about an intricate plan. Get a rough copy and then go from there. Trust me, you'll do so much better with this. You'll do so much better. It's a waste of time to just think and just carefully plan. Say, make a plan. I want that goal. Here's how we can get it. Not, I want that goal. Here's how we can get to step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just say, here's how we can get it. And then hop right in. So my challenge for you today is to do just that. I want you to take something, some little thing, or maybe even a big thing that you've been thinking about, that's something you want to do, and I want you to hop right on it, or well, I want you to weigh the options, weigh the outcomes. If you can do it and you won't lose weight, like if you're going to be good, if you're going to be fine, if you lose some stuff, if you're going to lose 15 minutes of your day and you'll be able to recover from that, then take action. Stop thinking. Just do it. Trust me, it will give you so much better results. You can think while you act. You can do all that, but take the action first. I promise you, so much better results. Anyway, that's all. I hope this helps you a ton. I recommend you watch the other video I suggested as well. They kind of power couple together. At least I think they would. So give it a try if you're willing. And I really hope this helps you a ton. Do my challenge. Don't overthink things. That's all. Take care, my friend.